Hello, welcome gorgeous beings of light. This is Elmara coming to you with Miracle 22 on the 2nd of January 2023 out of our 100 Miracles in 100 Days project, along with the Effortless Manifesting and Awareness Activation Quickie. So let us begin by just taking a big, long, slow, deep breath in, filling your belly with air, letting go of everything that's outside this moment. And again, in through the nose and out through the mouth with a big sigh. Helps you bring you into this present moment. And we will just start with a quickie activation. I will make it quick because there's a huge miracle I want to share with you today about quantum leaping, quantum jumping, quantum field. So exciting. So just bring your awareness into your body to begin with. And then just toss that out the window or place it in another room. Everything to do with your body. All your aches and pains and gripes. All your features, and especially the features you think you don't like about your body, toss them all out the window, all those stories. And give your spirit a chance to show you who you truly are and why those things you don't like are just completely irrelevant. Breathe. And continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose as we continue this powerful awareness activation. And now bring your awareness into your identity. Everything that says this is you. Your name, your address, your phone number, your date of birth, house, car, qualifications, kids, cats, dogs, pets, family, everything that identifies you as who you are in this life, and toss that out the window or in another room as well. Breathe in and see if you can notice yourself lightening up as you do this. And if you don't, just go back to the very original activation we did, the full one, and it'll teach you how to do this properly. Most of you, if you've been following us, should be able to just get in instantly. The people who have are telling me that's exactly what's happening. And magic is showing up in their life as well. So now moving to your feelings, your emotions, and your opinions, and toss all those out the window as well. And take a big breath into more of the gorgeousness of who you truly are. And now throw your thoughts, your conscious mind, your unconscious mind, and your subconscious mind out the window or in another room as well. And see if you can sense the magnificence of who you truly are without all that guff going on. And I feel sometimes people hesitate, oh, you're just not throwing it away forever, you're just setting it aside to give yourself an opportunity to know who you truly are without all those stories about you. And now bring your awareness into your heart, your beautiful, beautiful heart, which has been scientifically proven to be thousands and thousands and thousands, and even in some cases hundreds of thousands of times stronger than your beautiful mind. But we all have big walls up around it from all the stuff that's happened in our life, and we're just going to let go of that temporarily Toss all your heartache out the window, all the times, or your heart breaks, all the times you feel your heart has been broken. And then all the walls you've placed up around your heart to stop people breaking it again, toss that out the window again. And breathe into the magnificence of who you truly are. Can you feel that? Oh my God. That's the 99% of you, the 99% untapped pure potential, pure God source that can access all dimensions of light, all time and space, all universes, galaxies, star systems. And it all exists in your 100 trillion cells and your 100 trillion telomeres. And you can't usually feel this, sense it, see it, because you're so obsessed with the 1% that we all just tossed out the window. Just sit with this magnificence of who you truly are and breathe that in. In through the nose and out through the nose will help you integrate that into who you truly are. Integrate that into your life. People have even said they can sense it. Healing sore knees or crook hips or tingling in the brain. Some people even feel their third eye open and can see visions. But it's here that you can also ask, this is the effortless manifesting part, how can I manifest a perfectly fit and healthy body? How can I manifest $100,000 this year? How can I step into my life's purpose this year? On and on it goes. Just choose one, but for now, don't give a list a mile long if this is the first time you've accessed the magnificence of who you are. You want to just choose one and wait for that to show up, and then you'll believe it. But if you ask for it, do it once and it doesn't show up, you go, oh, that didn't work. No, just stick with it for 22 to 28 days and see what shows up in your life. Because the people who stick with this and show up and breathe and listen every day are the people that are beginning to have magic show up in their life. Money just shows up. Their health just shows up. They wake up joyous instead of waking up stressed and cranky. But that's the part I can't do for you. I've done all the work. I've done 40 odd years of spiritual work and like 4,000 plus lifetimes of spiritual work. All you have to do is show up, breathe, and listen actively for 22 minutes of your 1,440 minutes in a day. But most of you won't even give yourself that. People do this for 5 days and then they quit. And you're really just quitting on yourself. Usually they quit because the big buzz they get when they start is not the same. But that's when your energy is matching the energy coming in. If you would just stick with it for just a wee bit longer, that's when the magic starts to show up. All the stories of people that have done this stuff starts to show up about day 15 to 20. Some people it takes longer if you're a bit denser. But it definitely shows up if you show up for yourself. If you show up and choose you over your everyday stuff that's happening. And it is best to do this at the start of the day, not the end of your day when you're just going to go to sleep. Breathe. Just breathe. I am so excited about this year, 2023. There is such quantum leaps in consciousness happening. And I, for one, am going to be involved in creating quantum consciousness shifts this year. It took me a while to work out where to go with this. Been a fifth dimensional healer since 1997 when Source showed me how to connect to the fifth dimension. But this morning I just got absolute clarity that it's not about healing you one by one anymore. It's about connecting you to the quantum being you are within yourself and activating that in you so you can activate it in everyone around you. So rather than just healing one person, you can heal thousands at one time. So yeah, we'll only be looking for the advanced people who want to do this work, that are beyond doing healing work, or you've done that and it's not worked, you still not feel like you're stepping into the totality of why you're here. If that's you, please contact me through my website and let me know. You can find out more about it. It has a different name now, but you can find out more about it in that original activation as well. So breathe for me. So I'm just going to, today, I've been asked to share with you the very first time I stepped into the quantum field, which was on the 20th of October, 2015. Breathe. This miracle came about because of a shitty thing that a human being did. So that's why I'm always saying to you, when crappy things happen, it's because they're trying to teach you something new. So I was moving out of my lovely little miner's cottage. And while I was there, because I was told I could stay there and they would cart me out of it there in a box, I planted the most exquisite rose garden with 15 antique roses. Might have been 22 antique roses. I can't remember exactly now. And I made the mistake of, when the owner came down and said to me, I was moving, my truck was coming on the Tuesday, I think it was. And this is Sunday, and the owner came down on Sunday and said to me, are you going to take your roses with you? And I said, yeah, probably. I might give them to friends. What I should have said is, no, I don't think so. Because the bastard then went and got Roundup and sprayed it on all the leaves of my roses. Like right in front of me. I should have said something to him then, but back then I wasn't as forward as I am now. I would have had his guts for garters if he tried to do that now. Deeply spiritual person, of course, spraying Roundup on my roses and on everything else, which, by the way, if you don't know, just goes down and into the water system, and you wonder why everybody's getting cancer these days. Stop using that shit. Anyway, going off on a little tangent there. So, I had planned to pack up my house on the Monday, move the stuff on the Tuesday, and get my roses out and move them on the Wednesday. And I had to be out by the Thursday. But because he had poisoned them, I rang a number of people and they went, oh no, it's too late, he's destroyed them. But there was other people that said to me, no, if you get them out and prune them, really heavily prune them, you will be able to save them, because it takes 3 days for the Roundup to get from the leaves down into the ground to kill it if it was a weed. So my darling friend Kendall, whose parents were my friends as well, they used to originally own that farmhouse, that farm, that property, and they had sold it to this guy. And he came, the darling being, and he dug up all of my roses for me, and we pruned them as we were going. As we were digging them up, we pruned, I think we pruned them and then dug them up. I can't remember. Anyway, we get all of these rose bushes out and take them to where I'm moving to. Excuse me. And it basically takes all day. And that was the day that I was supposed to be packing up. And then it was his sister, who supposedly had a disability, but she was one of the few people I've ever seen with a gold aura. And I have some more wonderful stories to tell you about Em down the track. But for now, just know that she has a gold aura, and she was a pretty nifty woman. And it was her 40th birthday, and I was invited to that. And because I'd been moving house and stuff, and because I loved Em, I really wanted to go. So I go, and I'm exhausted anyway. I don't know why I'm exhausted, because all I did was stand there handing plastic bags to Kendall. But we get all the roses out, which is what I wanted. We take them to where I'm going. I then go to his sister Em's place for dinner, birthday dinner, 40th birthday dinner for her. come home really tired, go to bed, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm so stiff and sore I can hardly move. And I, waddled to the toilet, and I go, oh my God, I haven't even started packing up at this point. And so I just say to God, as I do, just so you know, all those people who go, oh, you shouldn't speak to God like that. God's not judgmental. Human beings are. And I go, God, you've got to get your ass down here and get all my angels down here. I have to have this house packed by 2 p.m. I tried to ring Mick from Naruma Removals a couple of stories back, but he couldn't fit me in any other day, and the only day he could come was that Tuesday. I tried to ring him on the Monday. So, and this is what's really fascinating about this. I could barely walk. I was in so much pain, my legs were hurting. I normally used to start my day with 2 hours of meditation and 2 cups of coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore, but back then I did. And I just flew off that toilet and started running like full blast. I had to pack the whole house up. Mick was coming at 1 or 2 p.m. And I was just running. It was about half an hour before I realised, oh my God, I'm bending over. I couldn't even walk to the toilet barely. I was bending over and I was throwing stuff on the veranda that had to go out. I was throwing other stuff in boxes, and I could clearly hear my angels going, keep that, throw that out. It was the best pack up I've ever done. Throw that out, put that on, throw that out in the veranda, throw that in that box, do this, do that, running around like a mad woman. And it was about half an hour before I realised, oh my God, I've got no sore bits. Keep running. About 12 o'clock, I see my reflection on a mirror, and I've got the brightest red face because from running and bending and shifting and packing and loading and God knows what else. And I thought, oh God, I better drink some water. So I think I downed about 2 or 3 glasses of water and kept running. And I was just rolling up the stuff for my bed when Mick pulled up. I remember I might have rolled the stuff up for my bed, and I was going down the steps and then tripped and fell into the back of the car, and I was laughing so hard at myself. I must have looked totally ridiculous, but Mick had his beautiful son with him that day, and I remember him just saying to me, for something else I was trying to carry because I'm only 5 foot high, would you like me to take that for you? Gorgeous young man. He just kind of puts his arms around whatever I was trying to carry and stumbling with and just carts it out to his truck. Just beautiful people. If you ever want to move to the South Coast, make sure you employ them to do your move. They were just exquisite human beings, Mick and his son and his family that work there. So anyway, breathe. So lo and behold, I packed my whole house for about 6:30 to 1, like in, 6.5, 7 hours. I ran non-stop. I hadn't eaten, I hadn't drank anything except those 2 glasses of water. We finally get all my stuff packed in the truck that Mick's taking, and some of it had to go to where I was going. Some of it was going into storage. I stopped and got a banana smoothie on the way, and that was it. That's all I had to eat. And I was but something had happened, and I was aware that something had happened. Because I honestly would rather sit on my bum and meditate for 2 hours than exercise. And if I did exercise, I grumbled about it a lot. And I was incapable really of walking for 7 minutes, let alone running flat out for 7 hours. You would think once we got everything moved, I would be like, oh, fabulous. We're done. I'll have a sleep. But that's not what happened either. When it was done, I just really wanted a cup of tea. And I just sat there with all of this incredible energy pumping through me. I wasn't tired. I wasn't anything. And I didn't go to bed until about 11 p.m. at night. Didn't go to sleep because I had all this energy buzzing through me. But this is the big thing. When I woke up the next morning, after all that running around, there was not one sore muscle in my body. I was sore, I could barely walk from just living helping with the roses, and mostly I was standing there handing over bags, moving a rose in a bag to the back of Kendall's truck, but that was it, you know, like I didn't really do that much. And yet I had ran flat out for 7 hours and there wasn't one sore muscle in my body. I was a little weary, but that was probably more dehydration weary than I was tired. Once we were moved, I sat down and spoke with Source, and they just said to me, I'd done a quantum shift. I shifted from the reality I was in, whereas I was unfit and unhealthy, and shifted and did a quantum jump and was able to do things that I was incapable of doing at the level that I was at. That was my first experience of making a quantum jump. And I was still in awe of it for days. I thought about it for days, how I had woken up with not a sore muscle in my body. But as time goes on, as you may be aware, sometimes you just, question whether it really did happen. And I was beginning to question. And then I had to go to the shops. So there was no shops in Tilburg. I hadn't been shopping forever. So I had a list of things I needed. And I remember when I went, I was like, okay, we're going to get all this done today. Or because I'm not coming back for another 18 months. That's how much I love shops. And this time I ran from 9 in the morning when I arrived at the shops to 4 in the afternoon. Again, a little bit pooped. But again, no sore muscles when I woke up the next day. And I was so saying, do not discount this. This is really powerful and really important. And so that's what I'm hoping. No hoping. That's what I'm trusting. All of you gorgeous beings of light are going to learn about this year. Because the reason that that's exciting now is that this year and at this time of the awakening on earth, it's no longer about healing one person at a time. It's about you getting into your quantum field and being able to activate massive shifts in consciousness for all of humanity, or at least for all the people around you. It's no longer about you fixing individuals. It's about you stepping into the powerful being of light you've always been, and just through being in that presence, activating that for everyone around you. Now, we will definitely teach you, those advanced teachers and healers that want to. We will be running the training program this year for those that are interested. But you can just do it yourself and just activate your family if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to be a healer or a teacher, you can just do this at your workplace. But it's about you knowing that you are a magnificent being of light. And the time has come now where we can just collapse old timelines on poverty, on illness, on disease, because they only exist in the third dimension. And that dimension, if you're not, you'd have to be asleep under a big rock not to know that that dimension is crumbling rapidly, rapidly. And you can either go down with the sinking ship or you can step up into the light and have the most magnificent life you've ever had. Alrighty. I think this is a bit longer. I wanted it to be shorter. It was probably never going to be that because it's such a powerful, powerful activation. And I want to help anyone who's ready to step fully into their magnificence. And if you want to learn how to teach this or learn how to do this yourself, learn how to be so powerful you can heal people just with your voice and just by doing little silly videos like this. Then if you're ready to do that, you're ready to move on from the one-on-one healing stuff, you're ready to step into the quantum and know more about what the quantum is, then please write to me via my website, www.elmaraseraphim.com. We're not trying to heal you, we're just trying to shift the consciousness into something higher. So bear that in mind as well. In case any of you silly people think you should sue me. I give all the money I make away to everybody, so there's no point in suing me anyway. So, alrighty, just breathe. It's going to take one more minute now to send you some of this magnificent higher consciousness, quantum consciousness energy we've stepped into now, talking about it. You can use this to heal your body, to heal your life. To heal your finances, to get a new job, to awaken your own magnificence. Breathe. Just breathe. And remember the magnificence of who you truly are, which is an infinite, eternal, rich, abundant, gorgeous, gorgeous, sexy, radiant, powerful, beautiful being of light. You always have been, you always will be. You just need to remember that about yourself. Alrighty, love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. God bless and bye for now.